Hello, I'm Luke.
And I'm Wes, and this is Zapped.
We have a huge treat in store for you today. We'll be bringing back another inspirational figure from the past. I'm talking about none other than Gabrielle Bonheur.
Come again?
Have you not heard of Gabrielle Bonheur?
Never.
Maybe that's because that's her real name. She's more famously known as Coco Chanel.
Oh, Coco Chanel. She makes perfume.
Not anymore. She died in 1971.
Awkward.
Gabrielle, or Coco, was born in 1883 in Paris, France. She is the founder of one of the most popular designer brands. Wait for it, Chanel.
So what other things did she design and make other than perfume?
Clothing, jewellery and handbags. So she covered a lot of areas.
Wow, okay. No wonder she's so famous.
So, here's what's coming up. We'll be zapping Coco Chanel into our time to help us make some cool tie-dye t-shirts.
And at the very end of the show, there'll be a game show featuring questions on Coco Chanel.
With a dreaded forfeit at the end for one of us presenters.
But first, let's take a trip down memory lane and find out more about the life of Coco Chanel.
Here is a VT that will give you all the nitty-gritty on her life.
Run VT.
I was born 19th of August 1883 in Saumur, Maine-et-Loire, France. I grew up in an orphanage due to my mother dying when I was just 12 years old. I learned to sew and created hats and dresses. In 1910, I opened my first boutique, Chanel Modes, which sold hats, lots of hats. In 1921, I launched my first perfume, Chanel No. 5. During this time, I also introduced Little Black Dress. During the Second World War, my shops had to shut down and I was very uncertain about my future. In 1953, I came back and released a selection of new clothes. And in 1970, I introduced Chanel No. 19, one of the world's favorite perfumes. In 1972, I passed away, but my legacy lives on.
Wow, I feel like I've known her my whole life now.
Oh, I know, right? What an interesting woman. Anyway, you know I said we'd be zapping Coco Chanel into the present.
Yeah, I thought that was a strange thing for you to say.
Well, remember that machine Dodgy Dave gave us years ago? It didn't really have a manual or anything.
Yeah, what about it? I thought we chucked it out.
Well, we were going to, but I persuaded the head of props to keep it so that I could have a play around and see if it did anything cool.
And does it?
You will not believe this.
Not believe what?
It can bring anyone from the past to the present for 10 minutes. I've been keeping in contact with Coco Chanel over the last few weeks and she has agreed to be on the show. I explained everything. She was a little confused, but I think she understands now.
I don't believe you.
Watch this. Bring it in, boys.
So what are you going to do? Zap Coco into our time?
Yeah, of course. Yes, Coco, you can come on to set now.
What on earth? You actually did it.
You can be amazed later.
Do you know what? I knew there was something about Dodgy Dave.
Where would you like me, Luke?
Just over there will be fine, actually. So, Coco, tell everyone at home something that only you, Coco Chanel, would know, just so we know it's you, of course.
Well, you know my fragrance number 5?
Yeah, it's like your most popular fragrance.
Well, it's called 5 because 5 is my all-time favorite number.
Oh, and I bet the little black dress is called the little black dress because black is your favourite colour?
Don't be silly. Oui, black is a wonderful colour that can complement a figure of any size. But my favourite colour is red.
How silly of me.
So, I thought we could all do a little DIY together.
A DIY?
It means do it yourself.
Oh.
So, what are we going to be making?
Well, seeing as our guest, Coco, is a world-famous fashion designer, I thought we could make something related to that.
Oh, what did you have in mind?
I was thinking about making a tie-dye t-shirt.
Ah, I made them as a kid.
Well, that explains a lot. What is tie-dye?
Tie-dye's a colourful design. It's you put dye on stuff, and you can do it to like tote bags, hoodies, yeah.
So for this, you will need
A damp, plain white t-shirt, 3 elastic bands, bottles of dye colouring, cling film or a plastic bag if you prefer.
And if you need help sourcing any of these items, head over to our website, where we'll have instructions of where to buy each of the items needed.
So to begin with, you need to swirl or roll up the damp t-shirt just like this and put 3 elastic bands around it.
You need to make sure it's compact, so roll it up tightly and you can now colour each of the sections.
Do you colour the back of the t-shirt too?
Yes, you need to make sure that you colour the back as well as the front.
Now, that's the difficult part over. All you need to do afterwards is leave it for 6 to 8 hours, then rinse in water and get your parents to pop it in the washing machine.
Wow, is it really that simple?
Well, yeah. Did it really take you that long to design the little black dress?
I'll have you know that a lot of effort went into creating that design. Fashion isn't simple, you know.
All right, you two, come on.
Sorry. Well, it's no little black dress, but it looks good.
And if you fancy experimenting with some new, more challenging tie-dye designs, such as a heart or a yin-yang design, then head over to our website.
You can find it all at www.zapped.co.uk.
You will also find this tutorial on there in case you missed anything and need a refresh.
I quite like it.
So, Coco, I have a brilliant idea.
Oh yes, what will that be?
Why don't you give us two some fashion tips?
Well, sweetie, why don't you go behind that cubicle and I will turn whatever monstrosity this is into something fabulous.
The cheek.
Just do as she says, because this might be quite interesting.
All right.
Tell me once you're done.
Okay, Coco.
So, Coco, any fashion tips?
First of all, Wes, that colour coordination was a big no-no.
Well, I think I look good.
You would. Fashion is not only something that exists in dresses, it's everywhere. You just need to have an open mind. And make sure colours don't clash.
Ready?
Oh, come on out then, my dear. Let's have a look at you. Oh, you look wonderful.
You think so?
Oh, oui. What do you think, Luke?
You look immaculate.
No wonder you were so popular back in the day.
So, now it's time for the part you've all been waiting for.
The end of show quiz. Yes, this is the part where we all get tested on what we've learned throughout the show. Feel free to join in at home too.
There is also a forfeit at the end for the loser.
We all know it's not going to be me.
That's debatable.
Êtes-vous prêt?
What?
I'm
What?
ready. It means, are you ready in French?
Yes, I'm ready.
What country was I born?
France.
What is my real name?
Your real name is Gabrielle Bonheur Chanel.
Well done, Luke. What is the name of my first perfume? And for a bonus point, why was it called that?
Chanel number 5.
And it was called that because it's your lucky number.
Finish my quote. A girl should be 2 things.
Fabulous and stylish.
Actually, I think you'll find it's fabulous and classy.
And finally, what type of bracelets do I wear?
Well, it's pearl.
That wraps it up for the questions. Now, let's see who won. And the winner is Luke. Oh, is that the time? I must go. Luke, can you zap me back?
I sure can.
Please be accurate this time. I don't want to end up in the middle of nowhere again.
I'll try my best.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Bye, Coco. Thanks for joining us today. Well, Luke, you've well and truly shocked me this time.
Do you know what? I always try my best. Now, I think it's time we get to that forfeit. Oh. Hello everyone, this is Zapped, and as you know, we had a quiz to find out who knew the most about Coco Chanel. And unfortunately for you, but fortunately for me, you lost.
I might have.
So, we have this. Do you want to? Very nice. Are you ready?
Good after the answer.
3, 2, 1.
This has been Zapped.
This has been Zapped. Thanks for watching.